It is a super gloomy day outside today. Of course, it has to be on a Tuesday, which is my one of my least favorite days of school. I don't know, it's just my two least favorite classes, which is the two classes that I have on Tuesdays and the two classes that I have on Thursdays. So those are my crappy days. This is a crappy day, unfortunately. But this is the rain and the gloom and the doom. Halloween's over. Jeez, get rid of the gloom and the doom. Anyways, guys, time to do school. Morning.
Oh my goodness, guys, it's crazy. Outside is crazy. We're done midnight? School. It is only 5:15 right now. I just got out of class. I wrote a test. And it is so dark outside, it feels like it's midnight, like Sean said. And it's raining so hard. I was wearing a hood and lots of protective clothing. And Sean is only wearing that. Look at how soaked he is. Like, oh my goodness, look at all the rain. All the rain. It's so gross out. Why is it so dark and gloomy out?
Weather, and it's November.
No, I don't want it to be cold outside.
I don't know.
No.
Stuff. Things and stuff and things. And daylight savings time was the thing
no.
that happened.
Yeah, that happened on the weekend.
So it would technically be like 6:15 right now.
Yeah, I guess.
But still, that's still gloomy.
Still, it's too dark.
Yeah.
I want my sunlight back.
Nope.
I don't want it to be rainy.
Well, it is. Sorry.
We had to trek all the way from the Simcoe building to my car in the rain and the cold. It wasn't nice.
It's basically like a 7-minute walk.
Like, once it starts getting cold in November, I get cold, and now I'm cold forever. This is why I've now brought out the heavy-duty awesome scarf that's to really keep me warm. But I'm just cold all the time now. Sean makes fun of me because I always say I'm cold now.
You're a wuss.
Because it's cold. Because it's cold outside. And now it's going to be forever cold outside. And I'm freezing.
It'll warm up.
No, not
in
for
March.
Not even March. Maybe not even April.
End of March.
It's going to be forever until I can feel warm again. I'm going to feel cold from here on out. And that's not fun.
Oh well.
Oh well. So for class today, Sean started at noon and I started at 1. And my classroom isn't empty the hour before, so I have to sit outside of it somewhere. So I did, and then I entered the class, and we didn't really think much of it because the teacher usually comes in right at about 1:10 when class starts. So when it was 1:15, we were like, he's late. But we got no emails or notifications saying class was canceled. And it ended up he didn't show up at all. And we don't know why, but we used that 1 hour of class. The class kind of got together and we talked about statistics, because our statistics test was today. And so we used that hour as like a group study session, just asking each other questions in case somebody else understands it and you don't. And that was pretty good. And the test went really well. The only problem that I had with it is that during the practice and her teaching it to us, she used words like greater than and less than and smaller and larger when dealing with these like word problems. And that's how it was structured. And then in the test, it was to the right of the curve and to the left of the curve, and like you could figure it out, but it took a second, and it's not how we learned it, so it was kind of like unfair to suddenly spring upon us these words and make us figure it out, because it took me a second, because I was like, whoa, I've never seen that before. That was kind of weird, because we had to change the function in Excel depending on if it was greater than or less than, so we had to figure out what it was really asking. But other than that, I think the test went really well. It's out of 34 marks this time instead of just 30. So hopefully I'll get a good mark on that. Everything's pretty good. Alright guys, I'm having a problem. My hair is blue. At least from what I can see. I see this part, I go pull, and I look and it's in front of my eyes and I see and it's blue. And this main part right here, that's blue. I don't really see this side, it's kind of green, but I still see blue. And I can't see the back of my head at all. Like, that's impossible. What color is it to you? If you could pick one color, what color would it be? I'm gonna ask Sean this. Sean, question time. You're on the spot.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You need to pick only one color to describe my hair. What color are you gonna pick?
Like just a basic color, or like a really in-depth, like,
Y-
color swatch kind of color?
If you have that on your brain, you could use that.
To describe your hair?
Yeah, one.
It's blue.
One word. Thank you.
It's blue.
Are you saying that because you know I want you to say blue?
Yeah.
And I would murder you if you said another color?
It's a faded blue with
But the main part's still super blue.
mainly it's blue. I'd say it's like mostly blue. It's mostly blue, if that's a color swatch. Mostly blue.
Good.
It's like a Listerine blue.
What?
Yeah. I don't know.
You're calling my hair mouthwash?
Yeah. Well, it kind of...
Listerine Cool Mint?
Yeah, like that.
That's
Like,
a nice blue.
Yeah. It kind of has a little greenish to it.
Careful.
Greenish. But for the most part, it's blue.
I can understand people saying it's green. I'm mad. Because people are now calling my hair green. But to me, I'm still calling it blue. Because to me, the main part of my head that I see is still blue. And I want people to say my hair's blue. I like blue hair. I don't want green hair. Generally, unless it's a really nice green hair looks bad. So, I've had many comments now calling my hair green, and I'm restraining myself from like freaking out. I need to dye my hair again as soon as I have a free moment, because I don't want people calling my hair green. And it kind of upsets me, because it's just like, that's not what my hair is.
I think it's just because before you went blue, you went blonde.
Yes.
And so those colors, the blue is kind of fading out and the blonde is showing through.
And then blue plus yellow equals green.
So it has a bit of a, depending on what light hits, like
Yeah.
what kind of light and where the light's coming from and blah, 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 it can look a little green. I'd still say it's more of like...
A blue-green.
Yeah, like a turquoise or something. Is that a blue-green?
Yeah.
A turquoise. But I'd still, like me looking at it now, it's blue. But in, like, fluorescent lighting at, like, the school or something like that, it can look more of, like, a turquoise, which is more, instead of now where it's, like, 95% blue, 5% green, it can look more like 60-40 or 50-50.
No!
But I still wouldn't, I would never call your hair green.
Because I would murder you.
But, like, no. Like, if I looked at your hair, even in, like, bad lighting, I still wouldn't say, oh, your hair's green. I'd be like, oh, your hair's kind of like, I would probably say blue-green or turquoise.
Which it would
like,
at least make me think blue.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm scheduling... I do it myself. I'm scheduling it with myself, an appointment to dye my hair. As soon as possible. Because I want blue hair.
Alright guys, it's time to get some sleep. I've been helping Lydia study for the last like 2 hours and we're clearly super tired because we've been super giggly. But we finished studying and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take Arthur for his stroll. I came back, she's out like a light. And I need to go to bed too, okay? Okay. Good night, guys.